Hello, welcome to QuaranTEA Break with Jen. I need help with my mane. So today, I'm going to have a very special guest on who is a hairstylist and beautician. She does makeup as well. She did my makeup for my wedding. She's my good pal Kyla Carey, so we're going to give her a call today, and she's going to give us some tips on how to tame the mane, which is exciting. But first, I'm going to read you a poem because April is Poetry Month. So this is a poem called Good Bones by Maggie Smith. Life is short, though I keep this from my children. Life is short, and I am short in mine, in 1,000 delicious, ill-advised ways. 1,000 deliciously ill-advised ways I'll keep from my children. The world is at least 50% terrible, and that's a conservative estimate, though I keep this from my children. For every bird there is a stone thrown at a bird. For every loved child a broken baggage sunk in a lake. Life is short and the world is at least half terrible, and for every kind stranger there is one who would break you, though I keep this from my children. I am trying to sell them the world. Any decent realtor walking you through a real shithole chirps on about good bones. This place could be beautiful, right? You could make this place beautiful. All right, a little Maggie Smith, and I'm going to do a quick recommendations corner before we give Kyla a call. So my recommendation today is for you to check out the YouTube channel Yoga with Adrienne. So if you have time to do some yoga, she is awesome and it's free. So a lot of my recommendations are either going to be free or discounted because I'm not trying to sell you anything. So let's go ahead and FaceTime Kyla Carey and talk about tea. And talk about how to cut our hair. Here we go. I guess we're going to WhatsApp call her because it looks like she's on WhatsApp. And it's connecting. Another recommendation I will mention is I like to listen to podcasts, and I just finished listening to an episode of Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard, and I love that show. It's so good, and he interviews a lot of different people. He's got some great guests on there, and it's just him kind of chatting with people, and I just really enjoy it. He often has like experts on there in their field. So check that one out too. Podcasts are also free because they have ads. That's the thing. I don't have ads. And I'm free. My husband's making fun of me. Looks like her FaceTime is not working for some reason. Here we go. Here we go. Hello! You look gorgeous.
Hey!
This is Kyla Carey, everyone.
Hello!
Hello! Thanks for joining us on QuaranTEA with Jen.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I left my hair very untamed today because I know you're going to give us some tips. But first, what are you drinking?
I am drinking lemon ginger iced tea because it's so warm here in Arizona.
Woo! That sounds delicious. What's the brand?
It's called Stashed. I actually have the package. Stash tea. So the cafe I used to work at would sell Smith tea from Oregon. And the guy who started Smith tea left and started Stash tea. So
awesome.
It's a really good, really like it.
That sounds delicious. Well, I am drinking some Trader Joe's Moroccan mint tea, and I put real mint leaves in there for extra minty freshness, and it is so naturally sweet. You don't need any kind of sweetener in there.
Awesome.
Very, very refreshing. Yes, ma'am. So, Kyla.
You ever had peppermint ice?
No, I haven't. Peppermint iced tea.
Extra cold peppermint on a hot day. It's great.
Okay, I will definitely try that. It's getting warm here too. Today's not warm, but it's going to be warm in the next week or so. So Kyla, everybody's cutting their own hair right now, and I'm terrified to cut my own hair, and I really need a haircut. So I am asking you today for any advice you can give or YouTube channels we could watch on how to cut both your own hair and your partner's hair, because I may have to cut Peter's hair.
So let me just preface this. If you can wait, you should wait, because I know the hairstyling industry is being hit so hard right now.
Yeah.
And the best way for them to recover when this is all over is to get their clients back in there and getting haircuts and stuff. So
absolutely.
If you're not looking to take off like a ton of length, I don't recommend doing that yourself because you might really mess it up.
Okay.
One thing you can do is, for us like long-haired girls, you can just put your hair in front of your shoulders like this.
Okay.
And then just use some scissors and just try to make it as straight and even on both sides as you can. So that way when you put your hair behind your shoulders, it'll fall more rounded and more layered.
Okay.
So not really, that's more for just taking off a little bit of length. It's not really like, lifting the hair up and adding layers or anything. I wouldn't really recommend doing that.
Okay, so just a trim. That's just for like, I want to get these dead ends off quickly.
Yeah. You can do that. And then if you are trying to take off a little bit of length and you have like a shorter haircut, like say shoulder length, something your partner can do is you can put your hair behind your shoulder if you want more of like that. Not super A-line, but more of that short to long look, and just have your face down just a little bit, and then have your partner just cut straight across behind your shoulder, so that way when your hair comes forward, this is just slightly longer than the back. So 2 options. You can have more of that layered short to long, or you can have more of that slight A-line short to long this way.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, just for trims. And then the curly hair girls, you don't need to like brush. You don't need to comb your hair really straight and trim. Just leave it naturally curly.
Okay.
And then just try to cut as even as you can. Okay. So, and either method, the front for layered or back for more of an A-line shape. Okay. So
what scissors do you recommend using? Or can you use household scissors, or is that a terrible idea?
I'm not really sure. I don't think it's a great idea because I know like some scissors can actually cause split ends. Okay. I would recommend just ordering like actual hair cutting shears on Amazon. I think you could get a pair for like $12 or something like that.
Okay.
Or 20, like, whatever you want to spend.
Right.
But that'll give you like really clean ends and keep your hair from splitting.
Keep it from splitting. Awesome.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend going too crazy and trying to do like, a ton of layers or anything.
Keep it simple.
Maybe you can attempt some bangs if someone's having a crisis and needs to cut bangs. But maybe use a razor. Feathering razors are really easy to use. You can order one of those.
Okay.
I forgot to grab mine. I actually ordered these on Amazon because it's called Shear Guru. Okay. It's a little case, and it actually came with, I think it was like $20, and they're really decent scissors.
Ooh.
They have a pair of razors and then texturizing shears that kind of remove bulk and weight out of your hair.
Oh, awesome.
So, they've been great.
And in terms of product, do you have any product recommendations for either like dry shampoo for those of us with small kids who like a shower is sometimes hard to come by, or either dry shampoo recommendations or just shampoo, conditioner in general?
I am so cheap when it comes to product. Like, I can recommend, I don't know, expensive products all day, but I hate spending lots of money on products. So when I buy dry shampoo, honestly, I'll get like, there's a brand called like Not Your Mother's dry shampoo, and they have different types, and I've liked that one. Or even like the Herbal Essence one is pretty decent. So they're like probably $5 a can, and you go through it so fast, it's ridiculous to spend, $20 on a can.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely.
Yeah. If you're ever in a pinch, a little baby powder will do.
Baby powder. I have not used baby powder, but good to know. I do have baby powder.
I would be careful though, because if you aren't blonde, it does kind of leave like a powdered look to your hair. But I won't do it like right on my part. I'll kind of like rub it between my hands and then go in right here underneath everything. And then what's left I'll do on top, so I don't like look like I have powdered roots.
Okay, so just kind of the grease like under here where the grease is. Okay.
Yeah, and then whatever's left over just kind of, go through the top so it does absorb a little bit.
Okay.
But I am out of dry shampoo, so I do need to get some more of that.
Don't we all these days? Well, thank you for those awesome tips. And also I wanted to ask you how it's going in Arizona, because you're in Phoenix, Arizona. We haven't talked to anyone from Phoenix yet. So what's quarantine life been like for you, and what is it like in Phoenix generally?
Honestly, I think it's pretty mild. I actually went out today to Target. Killian's birthday is next week, so we were getting him a present and some decoration thingies. But, I mean, honestly, I hardly saw anybody wearing masks. People are keeping their distance and pretty chill.
Yeah.
And, I mean, obviously, non-essential businesses are closed right now, so that there's really, like, nothing to do besides stay home or go to the park. We went to the park the other day and threw the Frisbee, and it wasn't overcrowded or anything. Just, people were out, but they were keeping their distance.
Yeah.
A few maybe had masks, but really, I don't think it's as crazy here as a lot of the other places.
Well, geographically, too, or just the layout and the landscape is just more spread out than a lot of these denser cities. So it seems like there is an advantage there.
Some of the really urban cities.
Yeah. So that's
it's been nice.
Good thing.
I mean, we stay home a lot. I go out maybe once a week to get groceries or something that I need, but we stay home. We've got our backyard, front yard, so.
Yeah, and you have an almost 1-year-old, which is hard to believe because.
Yeah, next Thursday he's gonna be 1. I can't believe it.
Yay, Killian! And do you have any recommendations for the parents? Just things you do, or like blogs you follow that are helpful, or any tips on keeping little kids busy?
Right now, we just go outside a lot. I've got, like, his old little bathtub filled with water, and I've got, like, his stacking cups out there and chalk, which he's, like, tries to eat everything, so I'm, like, constantly, like, get that out of your mouth. But, yeah, I try, honestly, I could give him a box or pots and pans, and he's happier than heck, so. I don't know. I just try to switch it up, give him something different to do.
Right. Oh.
But.
Well, thank you for all your tips and helpful recommendations. I'm going to give a tiny trim a whirl, and I will keep you posted on how it goes. And I miss you very much. Love you. Thank you for coming on the show. And
pleasure.
I will definitely be calling to wish Mr. Killian a happy birthday really soon.
He would love to FaceTime you. He gets so excited.
Yeah, Nico and I will be calling for sure.
So cute.
Well, take care, love. Thank you.
You too.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, so that was Kyla Carey throwing some hair tips out there. And I hope everybody is doing well and that you enjoyed this tea break. And I will see you next time. Cheers.